This is Famous Dex featuring ASAP Rocky. Pick it up.
Hey, yo, big bro, you fucking with that? Okay, cool.
Oh, this is a sweet jam. Right away, I'm liking this.
Wait. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, groove. Baby girl, watch how you move. I got the vest on my shoes. I'll pop up to the night zone. Speed it up.
It's fun. It's like one of Dex's friends is yelling from what sounds like it's coming from each of the speakers. You can hear someone going, yay, or going, hello on the other speaker. And it's fun because it's like you're hanging out with Dex.
Look at the diamonds, they eat it up. Got me two bitches, I beat it up. They thinking I'm wiping, they lead it up. Oh, wait, Pisces.
So he's thinking of wifing, taking some girls, and taking like their relationship all the way to where they would get married, and then immediately Dex would leave them.
Rock it. My brother put like a socket. Kick it as though, yeah, I got it. Open the safe, you can't lock it. Sipping that white, yeah, go to
And he always keeps the safe open because that's where he keeps all of his loot and his ducats, and that's where he's gonna be able to go and like take his cash out. And he has so much that there's no point in locking it because he's always spending it and buying chains and working on his hip hop.
top. Bustin' your bitch like a Glock. Ooh, she like to suck on my clock. Yeah, I get the money on stop. Dexter.
Dexter. And then he uses a formal greeting there. His name is Famous Dex, but I imagine sort of like if his mother was chastising him and she would say Dexter. So he says it more formally, which kind of grabs the listener's attention.
I really like this beat too, but you a fucking goofy though. Fucking lame ass. Oh wait.
I like having a play fight. That's fun. That's fun.
Calling my blood for the pounds. Wait, our future years right on my clothes. Bad bitch, yeah, why she do coke? Broken cell, used to sleep on the floor.
So it does sound like there's some drug use going on either in the studio with Dex or maybe after they had finished. And some of the girls are doing cocaine. So you'd want to keep an eye on that just to make sure that everyone's, enjoying and no one gets hurt.
Do it no more. Selling you broke is no joke. Ooh, I used to kick in that dope. Wait, now selling out the shows. While I'm all rich, then you right on my clothes.
And that's good to hear. It sounds like Dex is selling lots of tickets to his rap shows, which is great because you definitely there's a big difference between seeing Dex live or just listening to his records. It's night and day.
Call her little mama, you sweet. A bad bitch, Puerto Rican. Get her all molly, she geeking. Call her your free every shit for the weekend. Dexter.
Dexter again. Did you hear that? That's fun.
Prettiest motherfuckers that ever been to Dexter.
Oh, this is ASAP Rocky. So that stands for As Soon As Possible Rocky, or what I usually say is awesome, super awesome person Rocky.
When I'm Californicating, I got 3 phones, business, conversation, and relationship.
He has 3 phones. Could you imagine where would you keep them? Your pockets have phones in them, and it's always ringing, and you don't know if it's your boo or if it's like a drug dealer, or if you have more business you're supposed to do with like your records. But you'd have to keep the phones like very separate.
Wait a sec, wait a minute, wait a tick. Jake on my wrist, nothing was fake on my wrist.
Jake on his wrist. That's very expensive. Jacob is a jeweler. He works in New York City and he's always using diamonds. So what hip hoppers often will do is they'll come in and they will say to Jacob, they'll say, I want a diamond watch or I want pendants with diamonds on them.
Leave a ring on my hand, say what you say to my wrist. Talk to the hand, don't want the results of the hand.
Well, so ASAP's getting violent now. You can listen to what he's saying about if you have something to say to him, you should say it with your... Wait, if he has something to say to you, he's going to use his fists.
The face of the fist.
I'm Rick James, bitch.
That's a famous singer who also was violent.
Watch this, it's live on the flex. Speed it up, speed it up, speed it up.
You have to admit at this point, as you're listening, that it is a dope beat.
Check and I beat it. Acting my jacket from
That's funny because how are they gonna communicate what ASAP is and Dexter's saying? Is it the girls that they're with don't speak the same language, so they would be able to like talk about them in front of them, or maybe make fun of them, and that would just be a lot of like different levels of a good time.
I might as well go back to vegan. My shit might go platinum for sweet. Play the shit back and repeat it.
That's a lot of sales.
Word around, word of mouth, word around town. You the one doing all the murder around town. Pulling up, shoot 'em with the bird downtown. Shoot it like the bird cause they all fly south. Whipping and whipping and whipping the wrist. I'm fucking your bitch and I'm up in your fridge.
Oh my. So there he is coming in saying that he's having sex with your significant other now. Dex has moved on to your girl, and watch out. You know, Dex is on the prowl.
Tell stories to tucking the kids. So how in the fucking they fuck with the kid? Funny as shit. Was missing a bit. She back in my bag. Back to the pad. Watch this and slap on the flicks.
I heard a rumor that the background vocals are Alicia Keys, but I have no confirmation of that being accurate whatsoever. So, famous Dex, otherwise known as Dexter, teamed up with ASAP Rocky, and they went ahead and they used this dope beat, and they put their words on it, and did all their rhyming, and they told their stories, didn't they? I thought that was really fun, and it kind of makes you want to do that, right? And that's the idea in hip-hop, is like when, wait, just a oh, they got me. I thought there was more. Dex, that's great. We're going to end on that. That's famous Dex, and it's called Pick It Up. I'm Bradley Beats, and thanks for checking out the review.